starting right now, guys. And there we go. Let's go in-game and turn that fog of war off. Okay, so there we go then. Welcome back to the Empire Collective Cup Platinum League between TaToH and 8th Wonder. A very anticipated set of games, that's for sure. And this time around, it's going to be TaToH's home map, which I think he's chosen to play on Crater Lake. I'm kidding. Obviously, it's Baltic, guys. It's actually Baltic. Here we go. And down to the south of the map, in the blue, we got 8th Wonder. He's playing as the Vikings. And up to the north of the map, in the red, it's TaToH, of course, playing as the Vikings as well. TaToH choosing a map which he feels comfortable on then, which would be, in this situation, Baltic. And, yeah, I think he's confident on water, and I think we've seen him play a lot of very good water games in the past. I need to turn the chat off, though, because I don't really want to get distracted by that. But yeah, TaToH clearly feeling confident on the water here. Now, one thing at first that I'm looking at right now is this map for TaToH. Like, look at this. This is really awkward. It's not terrible because the gold's at the back, which is always nice, but just look at this. He's so close to the water. His TC could go down to war galleys if he loses the water early on. And he's not got much space to build, really, has he? He's actually not got a very good wood line either. This wood here is pretty small, and he's not got a wood over to the right. You have to go miles away from his TC to secure wood. Otherwise, he'd have to come all the way over here, which is, I guess, okay if he walls the left side, but not ideal by any means. So I'm almost thinking that TaToH might call a restart on this one, because his map doesn't look very good, to be honest with you. No problem. Oh god, Makaule. I swear I can't read. Macaulay 013. There we go. I probably still said it wrong. I tried. It's the thought that counts, right? But thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, I do think though that TaToH would be in an awkward position. That was a good one. Alfie 444. TaToH is like an American beer. It's fucking close to the water. I think you're right. I've had a few. Like, could you call Coors Light even beer? I mean, is it beer or is it piss water? Or is it not even piss water? Is it just water? I don't know. It's not so good. But yeah, he's not calling a restart anyway. He's gonna be fine. And he's obviously confident. He's obviously very confident. That he is going to be able to win the water in this situation. So I think TaToH there is showing his confidence. He's ready to go. Even though his wood is terrible, even though his berries are close to the water, his TC is close to the water, he don't care. He's playing on, regardless. At the moment, both of them very close together, of course. 17 villas apiece. Neither of them have loom. They both have one ship out. It's standard stuff at the moment. People sound disgusted at me for mentioning Coors Light. I actually don't drink Coors Light. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just saying. Like, I've tried many beers just for science, you know? Just for science. And I know what's good. I know what's bad. And I certainly am not too keen on the Coors Light even. But honestly, I'm really expecting to have a great time when I go to Prague in September, because there's going to be some sick beers on offer in Prague, and I cannot wait. MBL, just $85. MBL is playing in this tournament, and he's donating me his prize money. Well, thank you very much, MBL. Much appreciated, I think. How many wins are you on now? You want to win? That means, I mean, I'm trying to work out how much money MBL's earned so far this tournament, and how much he's donated to me in the last 2 weeks. I think he's breaking even at the moment, so thank you, MBL. I am now rich, and you would be as well if you kept your prize money. Which is quite funny. But anyway, yeah, it's hilarious, really. MBL for top 3. You can donate me the top prize. Anyway, at the moment, Feudal Age coming in for 8th Wonder quite quickly, and he's going up on 19 villages, 4 fishing ships, so going for a really fast feudal time here. Make no mistake about it, he's going up blazing fast, and TaToH about a minute behind almost in his feudal upgrade, which is a surprising difference. Bear in mind he has squeezed out an extra villager, And looking under the TC, TaToH's actually got a lot of food under here. 6 sheep under his TC. Look at 8th Wonder here, no sheep under his TC. And the reason why that's a big deal, in my opinion, is because, oh dear, he's going to lose his scout on the left side as well. That feudal age upgrade for 8th Wonder giving him a little attack bonus as well. That +2 attack, killing that scout a bit faster. The reason why I say that's a big deal is because food is obviously really important. There's no question about that. 8th Wonder here, actually going to be forced to berries quite quickly as a result of this. TaToH, though, TaToH's off. He's over. He's coming over. What's he doing over here? Let me just have a look at the Fog of War. Goodness me, unit spy. Well, you'll be broken. Yeah, so we have a look at the Fog of War. 8th Wonder hasn't actually scouted very well on the flanks. And that means that he doesn't see the wolves that died here. Now, TaToH took precaution anyway. He actually walled over the wolves just to stop their dead bodies showing through the Fog of War, because these 3 villagers are on a mission. But unfortunately, that mission is going to end pretty horrifically as 8th Wonder comes over with his scout and just goes, bosh. Bosh you in the face. She's dead. Flat, spread-eagled in the snow. And 8th Wonder, after spotting this out, now knows that he is in a very strong position, because although TaToH's done 3 docks, he's off to a very slow start, and the water is looking very, very wobbly for him, to say the least. The barracks coming up here, another villager gonna die, and oh, wow, okay, no, I take that back. That villager somehow stayed alive. He's, staying alive. That was a terrible rendition, and as soon as I started that, I immediately regretted it, so oops. Oops, indeed. 8th Wonder there, watchtower coming up to try and kill these villagers. Of course, TaToH's going to try and escape with them, and that he will succeed. But he can't do a lot with a single barracks here. He's definitely going to want to get an archery range out or something like that. So these vills going to get chased away, and that is basically useless. Absolutely useless. And TaToH now, big disadvantage on the water at the moment, and you know, 8th Wonder here should be able to start winning the water pretty effectively soon. I imagine, anyway. I imagine. But it's a pretty awkward start, that's for sure. MQN Junkie reckons Hogarden is the best. I definitely love Hogarden. I do love Vice beers. They're very nice indeed. There's a lot of very good beers out there. Like Erdinger is very good as well, if that's how it's pronounced. And have you ever tried Fruly? That's an interesting one as well. On the right side, villager fight. These guys are going at it. Otitis reckons I'm still better than Justin Bieber. Well, that's, I don't even think that's a compliment, to be honest with you. I think, you know, a rabid dog would be better than Justin Bieber, in my opinion, my humble opinion. I think that's probably a popular opinion around here. But say that anywhere else, I would be murdered by, you know, a group of raving fangirls. Anyway, TaToH here, they'd slice me up with his latest CD. They're ruthless, these fangirls, they are. Fortunately, I've got my own fangirls in my entourage. They follow me around and make sure to protect me from the Justin Bieber fangirls. So it works out alright in the end. Anyway, 8th Wonder here looking so strong at the moment on the water. TaToH unable to kill any of those fishing ships. And TaToH, meanwhile, still able to fish back at home, but don't expect those ships to be up for long, because 8th Wonder's coming in with a much superior navy here. He's got fletching, TaToH does not, and at the moment, it's looking pretty awkward as those ships go down, and TaToH just sees his demise, sees the way this game is going. These galleys get sunk into the sea. He will, however, go for another attack at the docks, looking again for those fishing ships, trying to even out. And this is the thing, if TaToH can't kill the ships, then that's a huge deal, because those extra 4 fishing ships for 8th Wonder now are going to be bringing in a lot of food, going to allow 8th Wonder to get to the castle age faster, and if he hasn't won the water yet, he'll definitely win it then. But TaToH having another go on his right-hand side, and he's going to try now and get some kind of aggression going on the land. But 8th Wonder is aware of that. He knows what's going on. He's building an archery range on the right-hand side, and he's going to go ahead and make maybe some skirms, maybe some archers. Probably skirms, to be fair, though he has actually got the gold for archers if he wants to go down that route. And he'll be prepared for that, because he's obviously expecting some kind of land aggression from TaToH. He knows he's won the water, and the land aggression was clearly the indication from TaToH earlier on with this barracks. So he's expecting it. Also note that 8th Wonder hasn't found his sheep yet, which is kind of amusing. really saturated on the berries as well, but he's actually got quite a bit of food at the moment versus TaToH's 31 food and an idle TC. So TaToH's really screwed himself over here as his TC sits idle and will do for a while since he only has one villager on berries as well, which is really, really very, very bad, to say the least. I can't stress how bad that is for TaToH here. He's going to fall very far behind in builds. He's already 5 villagers behind, and that's just going to keep growing and growing at the moment. Still losing more on the water. These guys just, you know, casually in no attack stance, it seems. Or actually, no, they were in stand ground, I think. Yeah, they were on stand ground, and because 8th Wonder had the extra range, TaToH is just like unaware, unable to react. Apparently, they have no autonomy, these ships. Yeah, 8th Wonder up to the Castle Age, and this game, this case is basically shut and sealed at the moment. And like I said at the start, I expected 8th Wonder to have the edge, but I didn't expect this dominance, to say the least. Honestly, I did not expect that. And TaToH here, you know, coming forwards, he's finally getting fletching, but 8th Wonder's prepared with some skirms, and once he hits the Castle Age, he's going to be in a fantastic position. 8th Wonder here with a transport ship ready inside of this dock. He's also going to be able to add some more fishing ships in if he wants to go down that route and take advantage of the extra food, but at the very least, he can just keep pumping a few skirms and quite easily deal with this aggression once he hits Castle. He could get Bodkin Arrow and immediately take a huge advantage that way. He's already done +1 defense, which is something TaToH doesn't have. And once he gets up to Castle, he could even go Elite Skirmisher as well, if he so desires. So it's really not looking good for TaToH. And yeah, Wonder is looking very strong. I think people are very surprised by him because after his poor start, and I say poor start, I mean, he went 0-3 against Riot. I just think he was having a bad day because his performance since then has clearly been very strong. TaToH building more towers up on the front here. He's going to try and keep pressure in this, but it's not looking good as 8th Wonder hits the Castle Age, builds a siege workshop at the back, and probably goes for Bodkin Arrow as well. There you go, coming up there. And crossbow for good measure. Though I did expect to see, you know what, actually no, yeah, crossbow are going to be perfect, because if he sends 5 crossbow across in this transport ship, TaToH may as well say goodbye to his economy, because all of this back here is going to be totally undefended. His military buildings are so far away, he can't reinforce, so that's obviously going to be a real problem, and just, again, an example of how water control can be so good for you if you have it. So, 3 crossbows, not quite the 5, but with Bodkin Arrow done as well, they're going to be killing villagers very quickly. 2 mangoes out for 8th Wonder now, and the problem here for TaToH is that these archers only have 5 range, and 5 range means that they only have 6 line of sight. These archers should only have 6 line of sight, so that's kind of awkward. Fortunately, he has got this tower, but if these towers weren't here, I expect he wouldn't see the Mangonel, and would actually be at a much higher chance of getting flattened by it. And if he pushes too far forwards here, he might not see the Mangonel before it shoots at him, which could be a real problem. Obviously, he'll see the skirms. You will just see the Mangonel, but bosh. Oh my god. TaToH, he's not even moving out the way. This whole army, it's gone. And he's realized, and as soon as he moved it, he instantly calls GG. Whilst at the same time, those crossbows are landing in his economy. And that timing from 8th Wonder there was fantastic, because these crossbows landed across. It diverted TaToH's attention. And then TaToH in the back, just sitting there, taking 2 shots with that Mangonel, from that Mangonel. And, God, he's left with 4 archers there, which is horrendous. So, well played by 8th Wonder. So dominant so far. And TaToH losing his home map, which is very worrying now, because next game will be 8th Wonder's home map. And he's going to be choosing a map that he feels the most comfortable on, obviously. So, well played so far. Well played. Good games from 8th Wonder. Overall, pretty quick games. But we're going to get game number 3 going in just a moment. And 8th Wonder's feeling, I imagine, very, very comfortable, very, very confident.